What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today's a special video. Now, you know, I've done a bunch of different setups around my house. I've showed you guys a few of my setups, like the one in my room. I have it set up in my wife's room, and because of that, the guys at Innocn wanted to help me set up another monitor setup around my house. This actually was, at least this is the excuse I gave my wife. I actually always wanted to have like a gaming setup in my bedroom, so maybe, you know, she's watching TV in there. I actually have a whole full game setup in there, and now I finally got to do it. So we're actually going to talk about this today. I'm going to show you guys the setup and pretty much everything that I have at the desk right now. Now, also, like I said, the guys did send me out this monitor, and I definitely appreciate it. It's a pretty nice monitor. Now, before we get into it, I gotta let you guys know, this was my wife's vanity type of thing. She did a lot of her makeup there, but it was sitting there for a long time and she never really used it. So I was like, yeah, what's a better choice than to, you know, go ahead and make it a gaming setup? And so that's what I did. I got the monitor here they sent out to me, and it's a really nice monitor. Now, this monitor is a 24.5 inch or 25 inch or whatever monitor. If you guys are interested, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description so you guys can check it out. But the monitor is actually pretty cool because it has a lot of features in it, and a monitor that's not really that expensive. That actually surprised me, all the stuff it had. Now, just so you guys know, they're not paying me to do this. I actually am kind of excited for this monitor because with what's in it. So the monitor, like I said, is a 24.5 inch monitor. It has a 240 hertz display. So you'll have extremely smooth gaming when you're playing like first person gaming or even story based gaming, which I did both of. It's going to be extremely smooth. It's also 240 at 1 millisecond. So yeah, this is going to be really good if you guys are into the gaming field. Now, the other thing is it has vivid color, it has HDR in it, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'll go ahead and put like some of the specs of it on the screen so you guys can take a look at it as far as the specs go. But I'll tell you this personally, when playing and looking at it, depending on whatever game I was playing, whether it was Spider-Man or Dragon Ball, it looked good. Like when I first turned it on, I was like, okay, you know, looks kind of all right. But when I actually started loading up games and obviously the HDR and everything kicked on, it looked really, really good. I was actually surprised. It kind of bothers me because I spent all these money on these monitors, and that one looked really good. So now the other cool thing is the ports on there, which is very, very important when you're a gamer. So you have two adaptive sync HDMI 2.1 ports, and you also have two display ports, and display ports go up to 1440p. So if you're playing on like your PlayStation or your Xbox, it's going to be really good. Or if you hook it up to a computer, which we'll talk more about that in a minute. Now, the thing that actually surprised me that they told me about, but I guess I missed it when they let me know, this monitor actually has speakers, and I'm gonna let you guys hear what it sounds like. But I was surprised that this monitor has speakers, a monitor that's at this price point. So let me go ahead and let you guys hear what it sounds like real quick. I'm gonna throw some games up here so you can get an idea of what it sounds like.
Sure. Thanks for the opportunity, Weeks.
Excellent. So, what's this favor you're asking? I'm sending you to Hawaii. There's someone there who wants to meet you.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The speakers are a little flat. They're not like bass heavy or anything crazy like that. But again, for the price point, this is actually pretty good. Now, does it fill the whole room with sound? No, not really. At the same time, I had no problem sitting at the desk and hearing any game. Like everything came through super crisp, super clear. And even when I was playing like an online game, you know, like a competitive game, I could still have like direction awareness of where footsteps were coming from, believe it or not. So for setups like this, like, you know, a little smaller setups like this is actually a pretty good monitor in the fact that you don't need speakers. And that's really the thing I wanted to go with this desktop setup. I didn't really want a lot of stuff. I wanted super minimalistic in the corner, not a lot of stuff, but I still wanted to look nice. So we're gonna go talk more about the monitor, but I do want to go over some other things in the setup too. So you guys can probably tell at this point, I was debating between which system I want to put there. Ultimately, I decided on putting the PlayStation 5 there because of the fact that I already have an Xbox behind the television. So there's a TV right next to this desk and there's an Xbox there. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the PlayStation 5 up to that. So I went ahead, put the PlayStation 5 there. Now, obviously, I need good internet because we're playing all these games and we need to have decent internet speeds. So I did hook up an Eero 6 router. So it's Wi-Fi 6. I don't think it's the Wi-Fi 6E. I think it's just regular Wi-Fi 6, and I have that sitting right there on the desk to get relatively good internet speed. It would be better if I could do a LAN connection, but I have literally no LAN connection ports in my bedroom, so this is going to be the best one. I know I can buy something that does have a port and I can wirelessly send it over, like an extender or something like that, and I'm gonna look into those, but right now this is kind of all I had, so I went ahead and set that up there. And then obviously I have my 3D Pulse headphones. As you can tell, I'm kind of trying to go for this, you know, black and white type of vibe when it comes to all the products there being black, and then obviously the desk having this really nice finish. But I wanted to test this with a computer, so I went ahead and put a Keychron keyboard there because I really like Keychron keyboards that lights up with the white light and it still keeps with the color scheme. But also I had the Logitech mouse, which I really enjoy Logitech mice, but that is the G502X Lightspeed mouse, so I have that hooked up as well. And then after all of that, I went ahead and put some Govee light stands behind the monitor to give it that nice illumination, that nice look, because obviously, you know, you got to make it look nice. You got to give it a little bit of RGB, not too much. I still want this to be a super minimalistic desktop setup for the bedroom. Obviously, I don't want anything too overpowering because, again, that's where we sleep, so I don't want anything bright, something that I can easily turn off but still game if I want to. When I actually hooked up the computer to this monitor, one thing I noticed is the ghosting. There's like is none. So I went ahead and ran some tests on the screen, and I'll throw them up here so you guys can see, but it was literally like almost no ghosting, or at least my eyes couldn't see it. Maybe you guys can see it in this video. I'll try to slow it down for you guys, but it looked really, really good. So again, that's going to help you guys when it comes to playing these games online. When you're playing competitive, you're going to notice the smoothness. And here's the thing, this is one of the smoothest monitors I have. It's actually smoother than this one because this one doesn't even get up to 240. So now when I was playing things like Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, it ran so smooth. Even with the base PlayStation 5, it made those games look and run so much better than it does on my regular television. And in reality, I may be playing more games like this, but that's really the biggest takeaway for me, is how smooth it runs and how well the speakers are in reality. Now, there are a bunch of settings. You can go and tweak the settings if you want to. One thing I would say that I really wish they did have, and it's not even this monitor's fault, I noticed other monitors have this as well. I wish monitors had volume buttons like on the actual monitor, or more monitors did that. I don't really like having to go into the settings and then go to volume to turn things up and down. I just would love the option to just press up and down on the monitor, and that's it. So, you know, not really a big deal, but that is something that, again, a lot of monitors don't have. Like my last monitor I had, it was a Dell monitor. It had really good bassy speakers, but the problem was it didn't have like a volume button on there. So I started to go in the settings and toggle through and turn the volume up that way, but I really just wish I had that option, you know, to have buttons on the side. Not a big deal, but something I just wish it had. Outside of that, the swivel on it, the head goes up and down. It doesn't turn side to side. Again, budget monitor, not expecting a whole lot, but it does do the up and down if you want to do that. This also makes as a great monitor if you just want to, like if you have one monitor as a base monitor and maybe this one's off to the side or something like that as an additional monitor, this does actually work really well. I do also love the fact that the bezels are extremely small. Like going around it, it's super small. Now the other thing is that you guys might have realized is I have a light shooting right on the monitor as well. The glare wasn't that bad. Like in reality, there was almost no real glare. I didn't have any issues seeing anything, but I had a bright light intentionally shooting right on it. I want you guys to see how it looked with that light shooting on it and still not having really any glare that would cause you any type of problems when playing. The blacks are super black on here. Like they're extremely black, you know, with this type of monitor. I like the matte finish on it. I've been getting a little bit more into matte finish displays, and that's what this has. But all in all, I do love the monitor. I will be using it a lot more moving forward. If you guys have questions on the monitor, again, they're not paying me for any of this stuff. I just really enjoy the monitor, so I'm talking to you guys about it. But if you have questions, comment that down below. I know a lot of times when I do these videos, sometimes I'll forget little details about it. So like my controller video I did, or the Nintendo Switch, or whatever videos I've done recently, you guys put some comments down below and I'll go ahead and answer whatever you guys want to know about it. But like I said, all the specs will be down in the description so you guys can look at, or I'll throw it on screen, or both, whatever. And the other cool thing is, like, also can't emphasize enough, is having true color on the display, you know, not having washed out blacks or anything like that, really make the games a lot more enjoyable. So, you know, there's that as well. So let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you want to pick up? What do you guys think about my desktop setup? What can I add to it? Or is this perfect, ideal? What do you guys think? And also, I've been wondering, should I do something like a video series where you guys send me your gaming desktop setups and I can showcase them on the channel and kind of do videos like that? Let me know what you guys think. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, like a long while actually. I just haven't done it, but I kind of want to do it. But I'm curious what you guys that's something you even want. So let me know if you guys are interested. Put that all down in the description. Thanks so much for checking out this video. And I want to thank Innocn again for even sending me out this monitor. It's really making me want to buy more monitors from them, more displays. So I'm going to be looking around. You may see more of their displays on my channel. So if you guys are interested and there's things that you want me to like showcase, also let me know about that too, because this monitor, it sold me. I'm gonna have to actually see about using my own money to get some of these. But anyway, thanks so much again for watching this video, especially if you stuck around to the end, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.